Hi, my people. Welcome to my newest video here on my second channel on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to my main channel, Lamarr Townsend Tarot, where I do just spirituality content, just, tarot readings and things of that nature. On this channel, we do that and a little bit more too. So here we are with a little bit more. I did a reading on, or not, I did a reading, oh my gosh. I talked about, or I did a video last year, sometime last year, maybe a year ago, on green smoothies. And how I was going to go on, not a green smoothie diet, but I was going to go on like a green smoothie journey. I said in the video, it's been so long since I've looked at the video, but I remember saying that I was gonna do that video. I uploaded that video. In the video, I said something along the lines of, I'll come back and do an update video and see how green smoothieing has gone for me. And here we are, literally probably a year later, and I'm finally here to give an update. I feel like I can give an adequate update finally on how green smoothieing has gone for me. I'm also going to show you guys a clip in this video on how to actually make a green smoothie, at least the way I make them. Because I really like them. I am in love with green smoothies. There's so many benefits I found from doing them for me personally, but I know that they are different for everyone. I know that they react differently for everyone, but I personally, especially after using them for a while, like doing the green smoothie thing for a while and then taking a break, like I would say a few weeks or a few months break. I didn't do didn't do green smoothies. There's a reason for that. But I quickly went right back to it when I realized, I felt like my health was kind of declining, or I felt like I needed like a detox, or like, my gut needed a cleaning. Like I went right back to green smoothies. And I've been back on the green smoothie kick for a couple weeks now, I want to say, again. And I don't see myself quitting this time. I actually think this is something I'm going to stick with. And one of the main reasons why I think I'm going to stick with this now is because, number one, I do see the health benefits, and I'm going to talk to you guys about the health benefits in terms of what this, every day, drinking this every day, one or two times a day, has been beneficial for me, how it's been beneficial for me. But number two, I finally perfected one of the reasons why I did not like making my green smoothies earlier is number one, finding the right, and let's get right into it. By the way, if you're new to my channel, I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer, but I'm also many different things. I'm an artist. I make music. I create, I edit, create my own videos. So I do a lot. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I do monthly horoscopes on this channel, so you definitely want to subscribe for your horoscope. Usually they're in the live section unless I decide that month to upload them. Usually I do them live, so check that out. So, I started my green smoothie kick a while ago. This is when I, was in the mindset of just wanting to be healthier, wanting to lose weight. Especially after COVID, the COVID-19, and it's just like that kind of took us for a whirlwind, and that caused a lot of us, people in the world to realize that maybe we're not so healthy. Maybe having a healthy immune system is one major way to combat a major pandemic like that, or just getting sick in general. So that's around the time frame, towards the tail end of the pandemic, especially I would say 2021, 2022 is when I really started to like, kind of buckle down on my health journey, and especially because I was also having sinus issues, which is also something I'm going to talk to you about in terms of this green smoothie. So, I get into the green smoothie kick a year ago, and I work with what I have in the moment. At the time, I did not have the best blender, and now I've realized that in order to make the best green smoothie, you really have to have a quality blender. All right. Now I am in the in the mix to get. I want to buy the mixed blender because apparently those are the best ones for smoothies. But I have a ninja blender that does really well. And I can't complain. I really like the way the smoothies come out with my Ninja blender. Before that, I think I had like a Hamilton Beach or a Black& Decker blender. Not a fan of that one. So I ended up giving that one away, gave that away to Goodwill. And then I just went ahead and bought myself a new Ninja blender. And I think that's also what kind of like motivated me to get back into smoothie making because I realized how good this new blender actually was. So, number one, I got a new blender. That's what helped me to get back into smoothie making. Number two, what I hated when I first started making smoothies was the cleanup. The cleanup was so annoying because I would make big batches, and I still make big batches of smoothies. And what I end up doing is I make the big batch. Usually, I'll drink one full cup literally right after I make it because I like to take my smoothies with my supplements. So I take a daily multivitamin, which I need to take actually after this video. I take a daily allergy pill, which I need to take after this video. I usually take, because it's a really like heavy allergy season, and I had really bad allergies towards the end of the pandemic. I go hard on my allergy like supplements, so I'm out of nettle, but I take nettle supplements. I take quercetin, which I need to take this morning. When I have it, I take butterbur. And I also do take in the mornings. I take biotin because I love my nails. I want to have pretty nails, but I also want to have pretty long hair, and I'm just begging for my hair to grow longer. So, but what's also going to help my hair to grow longer is this green smoothie. So, anyways, I don't know how I went on that tangent. I guess because I was saying I like to take my supplements with my green smoothies. That's actually a good point. If you take supplements or if you take daily multivitamins and you struggle with like swallowing them, because I have this kind of like little phobia or fear of like swallowing things and choking because it's kind of happened to me before. So, but what really helps is if you don't have a green smoothie, mixing some water and apple cider vinegar is also good with kind of swallowing your pills. But a green smoothie is probably the best thing I found so far when it comes to taking your pills because while it's watery, it's kind of interesting. It depends on what ingredients you put into it. It's watery, but it's also a little bit like smoothie, like chunky because of the fiber in it. And that's the good thing about smoothies is that versus green drinks is that green drinks, green juices, you just get the juice. Of the fruit or the vegetable or whatever it is. But with green smoothies, you get the whole thing of the fruit or the vegetables, including the fiber. So that helps us with going to the bathroom and things of that nature. TMI, I know. But anyways, so yes, going back to what I was talking about, because I went on a whole tangent, the cleanup. The cleanup. I cannot stand cleaning up, and I would make big batches of smoothies, so it's not like right after I made the smoothie, I'd have to clean it up. But inevitably, you get to the bottom of the smoothie, you got to make a fresh one. In order to make a fresh one, you got to clean the blender, and cleaning the blender is just a pain. Before I figured out the best way to clean the blender, you would take the blade out. You have to be careful with the blade so you don't cut yourself. And then you got to clean the top, and then you got to clean the inside. It's like just a lot to deal with. But also, what I discovered is a better way to clean your blender after your smoothie is to put a dollop or a little drop of soap or dish soap in it, pour some water in it, and then run it on a few cycles. It'll clean itself. Basically, after you're done with the water soap, mixture and putting on a few cycles, you just pour it out. Most of the times you'll just have to rinse everything off, but I just like to wipe things, especially I like to wipe the sides of the blender down, the top down, the blades itself come out really clean somehow, but it's everything else that I have to end up wiping down. But anyways, I say all that to say that has helped my cleanup process a ton, doing that trick. So I think it's also in how you make your smoothies, the process of how you make your smoothies and things of this nature. Also, aside from finally having a better cleanup system in terms of making my smoothies. Sorry, I have my window open. I was saging earlier and I forgot to close my windows. And it's a busy time of the day too. But anyways, I finally discovered the perfect recipe as well for green smoothies. Now, it's interesting because earlier, a while, I would say this time last year, I was also struggling pretty bad with like heartburn, indigestion, GERD, and all things of this nature. And that's partly also why I turned to green smoothies was to help with that because I figured there must be something wrong with my digestive system, my stomach acid or something like that. So green smoothies should be able to help with that, right? Not necessarily. When I was making my green smoothies last year, they were actually exacerbating my GERD. They were adding to the GERD. And I didn't understand why. I think that's also part of why I stopped doing green smoothies for a little while, was because they actually gave me heartburn and they actually gave me GERD, a year ago. My recipe that I was using a year ago. And I could not figure out for the life of me why I was getting heartburn from you know, this drink, this smoothie that was supposed to be healthy for me and mitigate that or completely obliterate that. So I put the green smoothies down from all of those things combined together, just annoying me. And one day I just picked it up back again. I think I got really sick during towards the tail end of the pandemic. I want to say towards the end of last year, 2022, going into the beginning of this year, particularly. I got sick, and it was a pretty bad. I don't ever really get sick, but this time was pretty bad. I recovered quickly, but I really had to tap into like my old tricks that I do in terms of like my drinking orange juice and taking my health supplements. Because I up until that point I was not taking my multivitamins, I was not taking my supplements and things of that nature, and that's probably why I got sick. So I go back into it, because I wanted to build my immune system up, and I'm liking the results I'm seeing so far. So I got a new blender. That's definitely helped with me making my smoothies. I learned a new technique in terms of how to clean the blender once I'm done with it. Once it's time for me to clean it. That's helped a ton when it comes to making my smoothies. But like I was saying just a second ago, the other thing that I discovered the perfect recipe for a good smoothie to not give me heartburn. And I also discovered exactly what it was that was giving me heartburn. So after getting back into green smoothies, I was still getting heartburn. And I decided this time that I was not going to quit. I was going to figure out what exactly it was that was giving me heartburn and tweak my smoothie recipe. Um, what I discovered was that too much citrus for me gives me heartburn. And I think that was a combination of just trial and error for me, but also I think I looked something up, and I think it said something about like citrus fruits like lemons and limes and oranges and stuff like that will give you heartburn if you're not careful. And I'm putting the whole thing in. I'm putting the whole lemon, including the rind and things of this nature. But that was the problem. I was putting a whole lemon, a whole orange, a whole lime. Sometimes, a year ago, I would actually use a whole lemon and a lime, and would wonder why I had horrible heartburn. So I tweaked that. Instead of doing a whole lemon or a whole lime or a whole orange, I decided to do half of one. And I decided to do only half of one citrus fruit in each smoothie serving, in each smoothie blend. So my new recipe is also before. I think my old recipe, I was using kale and spinach as my main greens. I figured and discovered I'm not a big fan of kale. I probably will eventually add it back into my green smoothie recipe, but I'm not a huge fan of kale and just the way it is in a green smoothie personally. But what I did discover that I like, I still love spinach, so I still use spinach in my smoothies, but instead of kale, I use celery. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but celery is an aphrodisiac. Celery also helps with the digestive system. Celery is very hydrating, alright? And celery helps you to get your groove back. Not that I need help with that, but I'm just saying, right? So there's really a lot of health benefits to celery. Also, celery is really good for your skin, right? A lot of people drink celery juice. And in my opinion, celery tastes really good in a smoothie. So my new recipe now is I like celery, I like spinach, I blend those first in water, and then I add once again half of a citrus fruit. So usually I'll add half of an orange or half of a lemon. Never do two at the same time because I don't want GERD or heartburn. And then after that's done blending, I add my fruits and my citrus fruit. So I add my half a lemon or half a orange. I usually like to add one fruit to my smoothie, so I'll add like a whole apple or a whole plum or a whole peach or a whole pear or something like that. And then I'll add oats to it as well. I'll add flaxseed and chia seed. Oh, and then I will add some spirulina. Now, spirulina is good for allergies. Spirulina is good for allergies. So I'm also not only getting a smoothie packed with nutrients and things of this nature. I'm also getting a smoothie that's going to help me with my allergies. Now the things with supplements is that they work better over time, right? So I'm hoping that with this, and I have not actually taken a sip of this green smoothie yet. So I am going to take a sip of this green smoothie. Refreshing. Refreshing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think I'm almost at the end of my batch too, so I'm gonna have to make some new, another batch, probably today sometime. But that's my new recipe. I have not strayed from that recipe. I have not added anything, and I've been doing this recipe straight for about a week or two now. And I think I'm gonna stick with this recipe because once again, it's very refreshing. It does not give me heartburn or GERD or anything like that or indigestion. And I love the benefits I'm seeing from this. I love this because it's good in between meals. It's good as a breakfast. Sometimes I don't have time to eat breakfast or anything like that because I have readings or clients to get to, or I'm just busy. So I'll take my green smoothie, and that'll keep me full, and it will also help to what sort I want to use. It'll help to control my blood sugar levels. That's one thing I realize is that I will go so long without eating, but that by the time I'm ready to eat, or I sit down to eat, or I'm hungry, my blood sugar levels are probably so low from just running around all day and not having fuel in my body that I sit down and I have a whole smorgasbord. I have a whole fiesta, a whole feast, Thanksgiving meal, when it's you shouldn't be eating like that, right? You shouldn't be eating one big meal or even two big meals a day. Maybe one big meal, whatever it is, that's a whole different topic. But green smoothies help me with this. So, what are the benefits of green smoothies? After, going on this whole long tangent of my whole journey with green smoothies. Well, one of the things that I've discovered with green smoothies is that it does help to control my blood sugar levels, actually. Um, I don't know if it's something as you get older or what it is because I'm in my early 30s. I'll be 32 this year. There's something where your body does change and things I like when I was younger I could go all day and not eat, and then still have energy and then eat something and have more energy after. But now it's like I need to eat a light meal, throughout the day, or eat two light meals throughout the day to kind of give me fuel and keep going, or I need some sort of sustenance, or otherwise with low blood sugar level, so I'm fitting to pass out. I'm fitting to have to go to sleep, alright, or something like that, to conserve my energy. But the green smoothies help regulate all that. I also feel like the green smoothies. I'm someone that naturally runs hot. I feel like the green smoothies have also helped when it comes to regulating my temperature. All right, and my body temperature, so I don't get hot as easily. So those are minor things I've noticed. I've always had really nice skin, thankfully. But I have noticed that my skin, as I drink my green smoothies, has become clearer, less blemishes, less blackheads, and things of this nature. So it is really beneficial in terms of my skin. And I'm also someone that suffers from eczema too. So lately my eczema has been flaring up, a little bit too. I don't know if it's because it's allergy season, but I feel like the green smoothies have been helping with that. One of the big things I've noticed with green smoothies is that it helps keep me regular. Now that's because of the fiber from the fruits and the vegetables, but it's also because of the oats, the flax seeds and chia seeds and things of that nature. So I really appreciate that because before that, I'll say it this way, for those people that maybe struggle from IBS or an upset stomach quite regularly, like I used to be, this green smoothie has been a lifesaver with that. Like, I don't really have stomach cramps anymore. My stomach doesn't feel weird, throughout most of the day anymore. It's like going to the bathroom has been a breeze. and has been quite enjoyable with my green smoothies. Um, I like I said, I feel like they keep me regular. I feel like they've really helped my digestion. With this recipe I have now, I don't have any GERD or anything like that or heartburn, so that's really good too. And I feel like with green smoothies, they another thing I've noticed too is that they give me a lot of energy without the crash that like coffee would give me. So there are days I'll go, and I'm a coffee person. If you know me, you know I love my coffee and I love my tea. But I will go days. I don't think I've drinking tea actually in like months, or now. It's been a while since I've had some tea. I need to actually drink some tea. I miss my tea. But I will go days, weeks, without drinking coffee, and just drinking these green smoothies. And just having one or two of these a day will give me enough energy that I need from drinking one or two cups of coffee, right? So that is also a huge benefit that I found, because coffee I found is one thing, especially during like a hot season like this, that like can like mess up my body temperature regulation. It'll give me energy, the energy I need, but it also will make me overheated, and then I'll get cold, and then I'll get overheated again, and I just can't stand that feeling. So those are the major benefits I found from drinking green smoothie. Really good for my skin, really good for my digestion, and bowel movements. Let's just say that. It's also really good for my body temperature regulation. I found it's good for my blood sugar control. I don't find that it's good as a meal replacement. All right. I find it's good as something to satiate you and hold you over until you can have a meal, right? And then by the time you get that meal, you may not be so hungry, you may not be so willing to eat such a large meal, kind of thing. So, and I found that like when I don't have my green smoothie, I just don't feel right. Like I feel like I need my green smoothie. I feel like it's kind of like a daily detox, for my organs and things of this nature, and it's flooding my body with really good nutrients and stuff like that. So I also find it's a good way to take your supplements. It gets those supplements down really good. And it's just it's kind of fun to mix and match the ingredients too. Now I think I found my perfect recipe. So I think I found my base recipe, and I can just add things to it. As I see fit. Or maybe take certain things away and then replace them with other things. That have the same components or same kind of purpose. Anyways, I say all this to say I'm in love with green smoothies. I found that they've been very beneficial for me in my life. They've also give me a lot of energy and things of this nature. Equivalent to a cup of coffee or two. So, what can I say? I love green smoothies. I can't help but sing their praises over and over and over. Also, they do help with weight loss, because it's a great way for you to get your vegetable intake if you're not someone that drinks vegetables or eats vegetables or fruits. And for me, that's important too. That's probably one of the most important aspects, because I love vegetables, but sometimes I'm in a rush. Sometimes I'm just like, I just need to eat something and move on from it. And a lot of times, the thing I'll reach for is carbs. It won't be vegetables, because in my mind, carbs will fill me up. You know, protein will fill me up, and make me satiated. Vegetables, it's like, your mind, you got to eat, enough of them to feel full. Unless you prepare them correctly. It depends on how you prepare them. But anyways, I say all this to say I feel like I'm going on tangents, so I'm gonna end the video here. I love green smoothies. I definitely recommend them. I feel like they've helped me a lot, and I will continue to drink them. And I'll continue to update you all on how they've been beneficial to me. I love green smoothies, and I think they are an important part of my diet and my healthy lifestyle. So I'm officially a green smoothie person. It's been a year, and I can say that proudly. I'm a green smoothie person, and I love it. All right, I'm a part of the Green Smoothie Club. Sign me up. Give me a membership. Give me the highest tier membership, and let's do this thing, because I love green smoothies. So I have some supplements to take actually. So I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna go enjoy my green smoothie. Oh yeah, and I hope you all enjoy yours. I am gonna show you all how to make a green smoothie. So I'm gonna insert that clip here at the end, and I will catch you all in the next video. Thank you all for listening and watching. I love you all. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let me know your green smoothie journey and how it's been for you. Let me know what recipe you use. I would love to hear the different recipes that you all use and how that works for you. Alright, you guys, love you, and I will catch you in the next video, or I'll catch you in your own reading, maybe. If you want a personal reading from me, I am a psychic, a tarot reader, and astrologer. You can visit my website. The link is right here, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Or you can actually text me at 703-791-9162. I am also available for international clients as well. Love and light. Oh, and stick around for my green smoothie recipe. I'm going to show you here just in a second. So the first thing that you want to do when making your smoothie is blend all of your greens together in water or whatever liquid you're using first. Then you put in your fruits and other vegetables, as you can see here. Then you put all your other ingredients, including your powders and stuff like that, and then you close the top and blend again, everything together. As you can see, because there's so much stuff in it, I'm having trouble closing the top here. Here we are blending. Has a beautiful dark green color, and then we pour. Very easy, very quick, very painless, easy cleanup, no a whole bunch of dishes in the sink, and we get a really velvety, liquidy green smoothie.